Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends and the regular installment of Knives of the Month. I usually have not only folders, but some fixed blades on here because I usually carry both. However, this month I have been carrying both extensively, and so I've decided to do part one, pocket knives, part two, fixed blades. So, first off, part one. Um, these are the knives that I've been carrying the most. I've been doing a lot of camping, finishing up work, finishing building a boat, doing some canoeing, those kind of things. I think it's important to point out like what activities I'm doing. Now, of course, I've carried a lot more other pocket knives than this, but these are the main ones that I have been carrying, and they all fit they usually fit the task that I've been doing. All right, and first I would like you to ask you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Comments really help the channel, so if you see anything that I say, I would love for you to give me some feedback, even that negative stuff, which you keep sending my way. Okay, I'm gonna keep going anyway. All right, so first off, the Spidey Chef. This is a Sleesh Bowie design, and the thing just keeps breaking in. This is a Way of Knife exclusive edition. You can tell because it has the blue scales rather than the gray scales. The Sleesh Bowie, of course, you can no longer get. It's become this crazy grail knife that, well, it's just ridiculous. I think, though, that this is a perfect knife. I carry this a lot when I'm camping. It seems to be really good for that kind of use around the campsite, especially when I'm cooking and or eating. I use this as a steak knife and a fishing knife. Although usually when I'm fishing, I'm not carrying this knife. I decide to carry something else. But I love this design, and it flicks open so nicely with a thumb. Very satisfying sound. This, of course, is a design that's been around for a long time. The ergos are great. The aesthetics, the way that it looks, the lines, the way that it fits in the hand, the thinness of the titanium, and of course, the LC200N blade, which is a knife steel that will not rust. All around, a great choice for a knife for anyone who lives or works or plays next to the water. Next, this knife is not necessarily practical. It's from Winterblade Co. It's the Factor, which also sounds incredible. This knife is very, very cool. Total magnets, I'm sure, seen a lot of this stuff. And you know why I've been carrying this? Number one, I needed a dress knife that I could wear to like graduation and special events and stuff like that. So this is a nice knife just to have. It's non-threatening, but it's cool, and it's also just a fun thing to play with, right? I love that sound. Absolutely love that tinging sound. So anyway, what I'm saying here is that the Severn is about to drop, and about to ship. I was on the first order pre-batch for that, and so I've been also carrying this just to remind myself of why I love Winterblade Co. I also have their other knife, which what is it called again? The Mirage, I believe. And I've carried this one too. This is the the magnet assisted knife, as it were. It's not necessarily automatic, but it's darn close. So I love them, and I love following them, and this is a knife that I love to carry. Next, I got this, and I put out a video of this. I got this when I was drunk. I didn't really remember what it was, and then it came in the mail, and then I realized, yeah, this is a phenomenal knife. This gunmetal finish, just incredible good on this titanium. The titanium is super thin. I haven't done a review of this. I have done an unboxing, Artisan Cutlery. And of course, the reason why I got it is because it's Ray Laconico, and I have a Ray Laconico fetish. Let's see if we can get his name in there. And this is S9V. So all around aesthetics, this looks really good. Almost reminds me of the Sleesh Bowie, almost the design aesthetic of it. S90V, which Artisan Cutlery does an amazing job on their heat treat. It is a little dirty because I have been using it and carrying it so much. Ray Laconico, the styling, the lock bar, just everything about this. This is such a practical and beautiful knife. I love practicality mixed with beauty, and that's what this knife says to me. Next, the Quiet Carry Waypoint. This is dirty too. As a fisherman and someone who wears a life jacket a lot, this is a knife that I tend to wear, and I also love the sound it makes. It just sounds really good. The action is really worn in on this knife as it's gotten older. It's just aged better and better for me. The lock is great. The hollow grind is great. And it has perhaps one of my favorite knife steels of all time. Well, definitely one of my favorite knives. That's Vanex. Don't understand why more knife companies do not use Vanex. I swear to God, I would buy a knife just because it was made in Vanex. It is incredible. This thing looks simple. It is simple, totally rust resistant, sharp as heck, stays sharp forever. Very simple aesthetics again. Nice sound, nice action. Perfect knife for carrying on your life vest or for camping, blah, blah, blah. Next, to Monteray Bay Knives, Sea Otter. This is another Ray Laconico, but this was actually made by him in his shop in Monterey Bay, California. This knife is was a grail knife for me. I've always wanted one of these, and I finally got one of his drops. They're very limited, hard to find. This is the Magna Cut version of it. I do dearly love it, and so I tend to carry it because of the finish of it, this battle-worn finish on it. It's not something I'm afraid to carry because any kind of scratch that it gets, it's just going to blend naturally in with it, which I really appreciate. Also, again, very rust-resistant all around, easy to carry, nice action, easy in the hand, simple meets beauty. Also a great knife to carry around. And then a totally impractical knife that I've been carrying, mainly to review, but also because it's really cool, is RS71. And it's based off of the design or the looks of the spy plane. But watch this. It's a dagger, and it's really cool. This Civivi, I'm blanking on the name of the designer. I will have more of that when I review it. But just all around, this is a fun knife, totally impractical. This is giant. Look how big it is compared to everything else. Like, just a giant dagger of a knife. Also, it's very fidgety because besides being able to finger flick it easily, you can top flick it. You can top flick it with your finger, roll it over. You can do the thumb stud. You can finger flick it. There's just like an endless amount of different ways that you can open this, and it works beautifully. Not practical at all, but very pretty and very cool to have, and I like it a lot. This will probably be one of my next giveaways for my Patreon subscribers. So if you're curious, all you have to do is follow the link down below, and for $3 a month, you might get a chance to win this if this is the knife I choose this next month. But regardless, I always give away a pretty cool knife, I think. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me. These are all the knives that I've been carrying this month. And I do really think that this is an interesting collection of knives that I have been carrying. It kind of speaks to everything that I like to do. This is kind of like an all-around knife, dressing up, blah, blah, blah. This one, too. I like to wear this one, not necessarily in nature, but like when I'm dressing up or whatever. I don't usually use this as a work knife, more of a, like, I want to wear a knife, but I'm not necessarily going to be working knife. Great camping knife, all-around knife, fishing knife, all-around knife, carry it everywhere. This is for fidgeting and for playing with. So yeah. So thanks so much for joining me. Like, subscribe. $3 a month. Become a Patreon member. Really appreciate my Patreon members. You guys are awesome. You make the magic happen. Thanks so much. And I will see you guys next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.